Okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, so I just need to figure out when
You're on the right side.
you're on vacation and stuff.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh.
Yes, it's okay though.
No, it's not. Get over here.
You know, I like my corner. I think it's okay. You're right on.
Seven o'clock, we'll start the meeting with a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call by the clerk, please.
Trustee D-Dash.
Present.
Trustee Pringle, absent. Trustee Reno.
Here.
Trustee Paul. Here. Treasurer Schwanka.
Here.
Clerk Davis. Here. Supervisor Lewandowski.
Here. Next is the approval of the June 1st, 2026 meeting minutes.
Make a motion to be approved as presented.
Motion by Reno, is there support?
Support.
Support by Falk. Is there any discussion regarding the minutes? See none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments. Anyone wishing to address the board? This is the time that we ask that you do so and that you state your name and address, and the meeting's being recorded for future use.
I just want to say thank you to Benita for sending the agenda packet so people could follow along. So it's very appreciated. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hi, Grace Ross, Oak Street. I want to say thank you to the museum and the open house and the fire department open house. It was great. I love to see that more kind of activity happening with more posts on social media. It's great to get the word out. Also want to state that I've been visiting a lot of the local other parks, and I've noticed the same complaint that I've been making for the last couple of months about updating the parks. Particularly, I don't know whose responsibility it is, but the one on Westwater by the Lions Club, it looks like one of the swings is completely broke and has nothing to it. It's just metal sitting there. But it has more activity than Hoover Park. So I would love to see some more changes around the community more. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, seeing none. New agenda items, the attorney's report. You have this report in front of you, and if you have any questions for him or I, or feel free. Looked like a light agenda, so we asked if we needed him, and I said, nope, stay home tonight. Engineers report.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I'll give a brief update on 2 projects and be happy to answer any questions the board may have. 2 projects that we've been working on, mainly the Maywood Pump Station, Griswold Pump Station. Both of those are getting close to ready to bid. The Maywood Pump Station, we've got the EPA, it feels like about 100 documents. It's probably a little short of that, but I think they've got everything they need right now. They're reviewing the package to let us know if we're good to start bidding that out. Other permits we're in for at the City of Port Huron, Eagle Road Commission, the Health Department for their soil erosion permit. So those are all in process. So I just kind of want to give those a little bit of time and then get the thumbs up from the EPA, and we'll be able to bid that project and come back to the board with a recommendation on contractors. So Griswold sanitary sewer force main is similar, where we're in for permits. We don't have the EPA to review that, but we're in for permits for City, Eagle, Road Commission, and we need an MDOT permit on that because that's on the I-69 business loop. So we're into those agencies for permits and give that a few weeks before we decide to put those out for bid, but we'll come up with a schedule and work with the in-house electeds on that. Other than that, trying to get the contractor to finish up the Howard and 24th Street sidewalk project with the restorations. He had reached out with some questions. We gave him direction that I think should give him everything he needs on June 3rd, so just kind of waiting for him to get back to the site and finish that up so we can call that one done. So, be happy to answer any questions anybody might have.
Do you have any questions for Mike?
I was going down Water Street, the old pump at, the grinder at, Water, right there. Was that something that was planned that?
I think they were having troubles with one of them, so I don't know where they're at.
That's a station you've got a spare at, so I don't know if you
Yeah.
swap that out.
All right, sheriff's report.
Good evening. As previously mentioned, we were also part of the open house over the weekend, so one of two community events that we participated in. The other was a safety day or a safety event at Sam's Club on Sunday. Really a good weather Saturday. It was a good showing or not, but our guys said he had fun. During the week of May 18th, or 2-week period between that and the 31st, we participated in a traffic safety event in between Huron Township and Fort Gratiot. And the way these work throughout the summer, spring, summer, fall, so we get grant money from the state of Michigan, Office of Highway Safety and Planning. Their overall goal is to reduce serious traffic injuries or fatalities, and they've identified markers such as speed, impaired driving, distracted driving, seatbelt use. So it's kind of grown from the old days of just that ticket or click it. And so what we've done, and we'll do it throughout the summertime when they set these specific dates, we'll go out there just for target enforcement. So this time around we chose 24th Street and 24th Avenue. So in that small little time frame, we had almost 200 traffic stops, 108 citations, 4 misdemeanor arrests, and 1 felony arrest. So again, the goal is education and enforcement for those. Otherwise, you have the monthly report with all the other stats included. Answer any questions if anybody has any of those.
Do you have any questions for Captain Bolt?
Thank you for having the deputy out at the open house. That was really nice.
Absolutely.
Set up the table and he had like a little thing so you could take pictures.
Oh yeah,
stick
the
your
cloud
head
guy.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Thanks.
Good evening. We have the breakdown of incidents in front of you. The only notable incident for May, we did have a multi-family dwelling fire, 3600 block of Lapeer. There was moderate damage in the central office area. It was pretty much confined to that in the attic space above. As a result of that, we were able to do a combination commercial dwelling unit fire inspection on 24th Street. The property is under new ownership. He also owns the Elm Court and a few other places. I kind of told him my idea of what we were going to implement here shortly. And he said, why don't you come over and kind of see what we're doing? So we did a fire inspection on a dwelling unit there. Turned out he's cleaning that place up pretty nicely. So it's a good step in the right direction to get this done. Also, we had the open house Saturday, which was a great turnout. And then the Sam's Club event. I didn't make it to that one, but I heard that was a good turnout as well. That's all I got.
Anyone have any questions for Chief? All right, thank you, sir. DDA Director's Report.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. Township Commission, sorry. My name is Randy Fernandez. I'm your part-time DDA director. It's been about 11 months, so I've got about 20 items. Don't panic. I'll go quick. Half really are regarding the DDA. The other half are some other things that we at the township have been working on. When you hired me, I told Bob would try to find money, do whatever he wanted, and even which we've done, to about $55,000, which I'll get into in a minute, and also possibly pick up trash, which we might be doing at the concerts when you're done this weekend. So whatever it takes. So appreciate working with the team: Bob, Pete, Veronica, Dan, Ed, Mike, Benita, Angela, Penny, Joan, Andy, and Ted. Again, all of these things are done in collaboration with multiple people. No particular order, but I debated on saving the best for last or going right with it. But I think you're blessed. The Community Foundation, as you know, Bob mentioned to you, I think at your last meeting, has given us a challenge, a $25,000 challenge grant to start a legacy here at Port Huron Township Endowment Fund that could last for another 100 years. We turn 200 next year. We don't get it. We've got till the end of the year. We don't get the 25 until we match it. And Bob and I have met with Randy Myers more than one occasion. We have a strategy to follow. I want to thank, and again, I don't want to miss anybody, but I know Bob mentioned that he threw in the first 1,000 to get it going, and I can tell you, Benita and Pete and Veronica and myself and the Lions Club and Schultz Roofing, to name a few, are all contributing 1,000 or more or less. Anything's appreciative, but we need. It's kind of like United Way. We need to sign out front. We need to hit the target, and then watch it grow. And then again, those monies down the road can be used for any nonprofit, church, your local recreation, your local fire department. Can use that money. Many cities across St. Clair County and townships have an endowment fund already, so this is our way of going forward. Some of the things I'll go into that are happening in the DDA area itself. So the one you probably see most notable is 7 Brew on 24th Street. There was an article about that in the paper, I think about 10 days ago or so. What I liked about the article was that they said that they're looking for a charity or nonprofit to give money to at the ribbon cutting ceremony. So the township has already reached out to Jesse out of New Jersey, who runs that department, to see if we can either get something for the endowment fund or for the museum, or whatever they see fit. The article kept talking about it's located in Port Huron. We want to make sure that whatever donation they make is to someone in Port Huron Township. As you know, some of our larger buildings like Rite Aid, Love's Furniture, the old Kmart still are vacant. I believe, though, Bob has a good lead on with I think a gas station party store possibly coming to Rite Aid. But we try to be proactive. We reached out to Culver's, Sonic. We reached out to IHOP. They came, but they came before Gratiot. We reached out to Gardner White and some others just to try to get their traction and let them know that we're on the radar and we have these vacant buildings. DTE lights, as you know, one of the bigger projects in the township going back a few years was to put in the new lighting and the poles along the thing. Working with Dan Duman, some need to be changed out, some need to be fixed, some need to be more energy efficient. So we've had multiple meetings with DTE to try to save the township money. That is our goal, to upgrade and also save. And when that all gets done, I'm sure Bob will be bringing that to the board for some type of approval. The township sign on 24th and Griswold, that's the DDA sign, welcomes you in, welcome on 24th and Griswold. The township has hired, the DDA anyway, gave approval to hire Saycar Landscaping We told them the deadline was Father's Day, and they told the township today that they will be out there tomorrow and be finished either tomorrow or on Wednesday. Mike already talked about the sidewalk project on Howard Street, so I'm not going to really go into that. It should be finished this year. The township brought in Mike Cox for governor. We didn't bring him in to endorse him. It's just that one of the things is trying to, again, a lot of these things are done in the city of Port Huron and elsewhere. So Marshall Campbell was kind enough to give us his building one night, and about 3 months ago, we hosted him, and about 40, 50 people showed up. And we're trying to get more events like that in the township, depending on the availability of space. With that, Anthony Lewis, who heads up the Federal Small Business Association out of Detroit, he's the Marketing and Public Relations Director, has reached out to the township, and we hope to bring him in to meet with our small businesses and others, but we want to hold the event, if we can, in the township sometime in the fall. One of the 3 or 4 things when I came on board was mentioned by this board or the DDA board, farmer's market. Well, you had one last Thursday. You had 14 vendors and 3 food trucks. A lot of that credit goes to Melissa Goodwin, who organized that. She does the one in Fort Gratiot. She does the one in Wadhams. She was apologetic that there wasn't more. I mean, for a first time, I was apologetic. We need to get more residents and non-residents there to buy the wares. But it's a good start. They will be there every Thursday from 4 to 7 till October. So pray for good weather on Thursdays. One of the things that again happened with the Economic Development Alliance about, it must be at least 4 or 5 months now, is that they were awarding $5,000 grants to various businesses. You had to apply. We were able to get 14 township businesses to apply for some of that money. Only one won, but that's a start. We got 14. We knocked on doors. We called people. We advertised out there. And CJ's, Bar and Restaurant, again, I don't know who was on the committee that picked. They were awarded $5,000. If you've ever been in there, they have, I think, new chairs, new furniture, as I'll call it, whatever there. We've worked with at least one, I'll just give you an example, the DDA, we worked with small businesses. We heard from Jamie Seifert, whose office is across the street, Air Docs. He did apply for one of those grants. He did not get it, of course. But Bob and I had a meeting in the last 2 weeks with the Hale and Mark Walker, the Walker brothers they're into voting. They've got the new establishment that's not open yet on Military. It's going to be a restaurant, bar area, wedding venue, things like that. Trying to put boats with boats. They're having an international boat show, I believe, in August or September in Port Huron, and it was a good match. And now Jamie can maybe help his business grow with that connection with the Walker family. And then I guess the last thing will happen, I believe, within the next 30 days. This is one of the first things that the DDA board brought up, and it was Member Pringle that brought it up to me, and I wasn't even, I think, hired yet at the time, but was wondering about another bus shelter in the township. And you are getting a new bus shelter in front of the Blue Water Action Agency at a cost of about, according to the Blue Water area, $17,000 or more. No cost to the township. You should see one of those within the next 30 days. Some of the things that are going on outside the DDA area, Black River Country Club. I caddied there when I was 12 years old, worked in a pro shop when I was 15. They've reopened. We not only met with them, but the township hosted a meeting with the sheriff and other individuals, about 15 people, to give them for us to give them our feedback on good, bad, and different over the years that have happened there. They were very responsive. This is their 100th year anniversary. I believe it's late July. I don't want to give you the date because I'd be wrong, but in late July they're going to have a 100th anniversary ribbon cutting. They hope to open soon for food. They have transferred the liquor license over. So that's another nice venue to have in the township, and we wish them success. And the township is working hand in hand with them to try to make that they're a success. You can't do a lot of these things without sponsors. So I want to thank Joe Marica, who will also be performing in front of Cliff Erickson at 6 o'clock this Saturday. Joe does magic tricks, but Joe came in and did some magic for everyone here at Christmas time and donated $3,000. So I believe you're going to get Gaga Ball pits at Memorial Park and also at Bakersfield. And Bob and I thank Joe again every time we see him. And last week he had heard on the radio, we were on the radio regarding the endowment fund, and he says, Randy, next time I see you and Bob, I'll drop off a check. So he's going to contribute as well toward the endowment fund, and we want to thank him for that. Other sponsorships, again, we've raised money for Reese for America for Christmas, like I just said. You just had the fishing clinic. If you look down there, that was sponsored by the man to my left and his company, DLZ. So we want to thank DLZ and Mike for making that donation. Also early on, this is probably going back 10 months, met Andy and the staff meeting. Andy said he needed, I think, a gas meter or something like that. And Bob and I sat down with, and Andy sat down with Tim Levers of Simple Energy. And Andy needed $4,200 for the meter. Andy got $4,200 for the meter. So we preach if you don't ask, you don't get. So we appreciate, again, all those that help sponsor things. Early on, you wanted concerts. You got them this weekend. It's a start, weather permitting. We have Veronica Flippin' Nipsey. Is coming on Friday night at 6, and then Cliff Erickson's at 7, but since we kind of advertised 6, we've got Joe Marica doing some magic. We want to thank the St. Clair County Rec Department for the stage. It'll be set up on Friday, and Newman's out there helping set that up. So we've got concerts, again, trying to build for your 200th anniversary next year. I guess that's about it. So again, just let you know some of the things that we're working on now and in the future, and that's the DDA quarterly report. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Item F, approve resolution number 06.15.26A, resolution establishing the fee structure for election inspectors. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Reno, is there support?
I'll support it.
Support by Dudash. Is there any discussion? See none, roll call please.
Reno,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
Shonka,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Lewandowski.
Yes. Item G, approve the summer recreation workers and wages. You have a list before you with their wages and the workers. Looks like we probably got a pretty good list here. I think the wages are fair. Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Falk,
Support.
support by Davis. Is there any discussion?
It's a great program.
Sure is.
My kids did it, and my daughter Sarah worked there for a number of years, and it's wonderful. She had a lot of fun.
All right. Roll call, please.
Falk,
Yes.
Davis, yes. Reno,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Shonka,
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes.
Approval of bills. A motion we approve the prepaid bills, the amount of $57,358.89.
Motion by Shonka, is there support?
I'll support.
Support by Reno. Is there any discussion regarding the prepaids?
Big numbers is basically payroll.
Roll call, please.
Shaka,
Yes.
Reno,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Lewandowski.
Yes.
Make a motion, we approve the current bills in the amount of $365,643.91.
Motion by Shaka. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Davis. Is there any discussion?
Large numbers on these water meters, DTE, county treasurer, sheriff department, and waste management.
Roll call, please.
Shaka,
Yes.
Davis, yes, Reno,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
Dudash,
Yes.
Lewandowski.
Yes. Board correspondence.
I got some updates. The road survey audit has happened. I'm not sure when they're gonna report out on it. They're doing a house survey, housing, what's available in that by townships. We did discuss again at Lapeer in Michigan, trying to get across. Was thought about an overpass walkway, but again, we don't have sidewalks. That's out. Bridge restoration, they've looked at that also. Then we're getting into the flood master plan is just about done. It should be finalized in June and then come before the committee in November. One of the big things we're looking at is trying to cut down on tree cut downs. Trees save so much in flooding. There's a site, if you want the email or program is called treeequityscore.org. You look on it, it breaks it down by township, and then in the township it breaks it down by precincts, but is what they're breaking it down by. So you can look at it. Some of our precincts are 26% canopy, and other ones are 80 to 94%. So we do have a good canopy within our township. But they're kind of looking at townships and municipalities bringing a regulation or an ordinance about cutting down trees. Because you have people that builders that'll go in and wipe out every tree in on the whole thing. And then you have flood problems that manifest itself from that. So try to cut down on cutting down trees. And then, again, they're looking at legislation, they're looking at housing and supporting from both houses on those bills. We don't know where we're going on that yet. But it looks like we should be on our side on that, according to Nikki. And then there, another one of the we're going to look at is the expanded luxury tax on services.
Mhm.
Another one we're going to start approaching. And that's about it right now.
The open house was this past Saturday and it was absolutely beautiful. I talked to Gunner's grandmother who was manning the parking. She said that we don't have numbers of how many people we had show up, but she felt like it was more people than last year. And what she noticed, and I noticed that too, is that we had those picnic tables out there. So people, it was really nice. People were staying and they were talking. Some of them were there for quite a while. And that was just, it was really nice. That's why we do the open house, right? To bring our community together. And we had an 86-year-old piano player playing the the player piano for a couple of hours, and we had the sheriff's department, the fire department had their open house, and it was just wonderful. It was really wonderful. I told my husband it felt like a Norman Rockwell painting, you know, with all the patriotic bunting and the banners. It was really quite beautiful, and the weather was so cooperative. On October the 9th, we have Carol got a grant for a trolley, and we're bringing kids from Michigami, 3 groups of kids, to come to the museum, and they're going to have a museum day. We might have a teacher lined up for that day too, Miriam, whose family, her grandfather owned the Lane Schoolhouse. So that would be really neat. And then on October the 16th, we have Seniors Day, and we're going to have coffee and donuts for them at the museum and let them wander around the museum. And also we have a flyer coming out next week for these 2 events. And that was it.
Sounds good.
I've got one. We had a fishing clinic last Saturday. Beautiful day for it. A little breezy, but it worked out for us. We had, we don't have all the numbers in yet for all the particulars, but we did register 63 kids. And we had quite a few kids that caught fish. So that's good. Helps with them coming back to fish again. And I wish to thank DLZ for their generous support for us this year. Appreciate it very much.
All right.
Pete on
You
the,
already had a turn.
You want to get one turn?
has anybody noticed the 2 old guys out fly fishing down behind the post office?
No.
Yeah, they wait out there in their waders and they're fly fishing down the pond.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've been out there 3-4 times.
That's cool.
I did see a kid bring his pole with a fly on it down there trying to fish in the pond.
Okay.
I'm not a fisherman, so.
Oh.
All right, couple items here. EDA, Dan Casey's retiring, if you don't know, and Bruce Seymour is going to take over in Dan's spot. And Ted is leaving. He's almost 70, and he says he's got other projects he wants to work on too. So he said he would stay on until we find a replacement. Which I wouldn't want that job. Let's see here. What else we got here? Do you have anything on the chill box? Coming to Rite Aid, is it the chill box?
They came to the planning commission last Thursday. Had a list of concerns that they got to get back to Karen with, or different items that they need to present documentation that they meet the ordinance or what they're going to do with it.
Okay.
Just need to clarify some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the 2 gentlemen that were here, very nice, very informative. I think would be a good fit for that area.
And I just want to reiterate, the open house and the fishing clinic and the museum event was awesome. My favorite part was the ride in the Model T.
That was
But
fun.
I thought the museum thing was bigger than last year. I think we had more people. St. Clair County Farm Museum, I'd like to give a shout out to them. They gave wagon rides and brought out a couple tractors and hit and miss engines, water pump. And that's it. The fishing clinic was really good too. Without that breeze, it would have been really good. All right, that's all I've got. Anyone else have anything yet? Motion to adjourn? Motion, support, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And also, did you get the note that the city's raising water rates?
Yeah.
Hey, Randy, what's tomorrow?
Tuesday. One day over.